Good day, South Africa. Welcome back to the channel that keeps you informed, empowered, and up to date with the stories that matter most. Whether you're a retiree, a caregiver, or someone concerned about the well-being of our elders, today's episode is something you absolutely cannot miss. The topic we're covering today is not just a financial update, it's a game changer. We are talking about the biggest raise in the SASSA old age grant in years, with some seniors receiving up to R4810 this very month. That's right, R4810. This isn't speculation or political spin. It's a real, confirmed increase happening right now, and it has the potential to dramatically improve the lives of countless South Africans. So, grab a seat, settle in, and stay with us until the end of this video, because we're breaking it all down, from how much you'll be getting, who qualifies, and what this could mean for the future of senior support in South Africa. For years now, our seniors have faced a brutal economic climate. While many young South Africans are out looking for jobs or building careers, many pensioners have already spent decades working, raising families, and contributing to society. Yet despite all their hard work, they found themselves struggling to survive on grants that simply haven't kept pace with rising costs. Every month, millions of our elders have had to make impossible choices between buying food, paying for electricity, affording medication, or helping care for grandchildren. It's no exaggeration to say that some have been living well below the poverty line, relying on stretched family support and scraping by on every cent. For far too long, increases to the old age grant have been small, barely keeping up with inflation, and in some years offering no real help at all. That's what makes this month's news so significant. The Department of Social Development, working together with the National Treasury and SASSA, has finally approved an increase that goes beyond symbolic gestures. Instead of a mere token addition, the standard old age grant has now been raised by R90 per month. That might sound modest to some, but it's part of a larger structural adjustment. The new standard monthly amount for pensioners under the age of 75 is R2180, up from R2090. For seniors over the age of 75, the grant is now R2200 per month. This is a shift that offers real impact, especially when combined with supplementary grants and caregiver support. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Many South African seniors aren't just living alone on the old age grant. A significant number of pensioners also care for grandchildren, receive additional support through the foster child grant, or qualify for the grant in aid, which helps those who need assistance due to illness or disability. When you factor these in, the total monthly income for some elderly recipients can reach as much as R4810, a number that represents one of the highest amounts ever distributed under the SASSA system for a single beneficiary household. This is unprecedented, and it's already creating ripple effects across communities. Imagine being a 77-year-old grandmother raising two grandchildren whose parents have passed away or are unable to provide care. Not only do you rely on the R2200 old age grant, but you also qualify for two foster child grants, which are currently R1180 each. That brings your monthly support up by another R2360. Add to that the R510 grant in aid, which is available to those needing help due to health issues or mobility limitations, and your total monthly income reaches R5070. While some deductions may occur during disbursement, such as for other means-tested allowances or adjustments in how funds are allocated, the final take-home amount can still be as high as R4810, a number that reflects a new level of dignity and recognition for seniors in our society. Of course, none of this happened overnight. This historic increase is the result of months of advocacy, public pressure, and a growing awareness that South Africa's elderly population cannot be left behind. Civil rights organizations, senior citizens groups, and social justice advocates have long been pushing for deeper changes to the country's grant system. In recent months, they've become more vocal than ever. There were open letters sent to Parliament, social media campaigns launched, and even peaceful protests outside government buildings. The message was clear and unified: the current grants were not enough to live on, and something had to change. This increase, while not perfect, is an acknowledgement from the government that the situation has reached a tipping point. The Department of Social Development has openly admitted that current economic conditions are putting extraordinary pressure on the most vulnerable members of society. Between the ever-climbing cost of groceries, electricity blackouts that lead to increased expenses, and healthcare costs that keep rising, pensioners are stretched thinner than ever. This grant boost is a recognition that if we don't act now, we are condemning an entire generation to poverty in their final years. For those of you wondering when this money will land in your accounts, there's good news. The May old age grant payments have already been processed. The payment date was Thursday, May 2nd, and most seniors should already have seen the increase reflected in their balances by now. If you receive your funds through direct deposit or a SASSA card, it may take a day or two depending on your banking institution, but by the first week of May. But even as we celebrate this increase, we must keep pushing for more. Economists say that a true living pension in South Africa should be closer to R3,500 per month just to cover essentials like food, shelter, and medication. While R2,200 is a positive step, it's still short of what's needed to fully ensure comfort, health, and dignity in old age. Government has acknowledged this in part, suggesting that further reviews may take place during the next budget cycle. There's also speculation that more targeted relief could be introduced later this year, particularly as political parties gear up for local elections. What we can say for certain is that this month's raise is a sign of change. It shows that when communities speak up, when advocacy groups get organized, and when citizens demand action, the system can respond. It also sends a powerful message to future generations that we value our elders, and we will not leave them behind. These are the people who built our cities, who raised our children, and who lived through the hardest chapters of South African history. Giving them even a modest increase in financial security is not a gift, it's a duty. Before we close out today's video, we need to issue an important warning. Whenever there are changes in government grants, especially increases, fraudsters and scammers come out of the woodwork. Please, be alert. SASSA does not charge fees to update your grant or apply for increases. They will never ask you to verify your account through SMS or WhatsApp links. Never give your ID number, SASSA number, or banking information to anyone claiming to help you unless you are at an official SASSA office or communicating through the official SASSA helpline. If something feels suspicious, report it immediately. Your security is just as important as your income. In conclusion, this month marks a turning point. With SASSA's old age grant reaching as high as R4810 for eligible seniors, we are witnessing one of the boldest steps toward financial justice in recent memory. While the journey is far from over, and many challenges still lie ahead, there is now a little more hope, a little more warmth, and a little more peace of mind in thousands of South African households. And for that, we can all be grateful. If you found today's update helpful, please don't forget to give this video a like so more people can find it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss another important update. We'll continue bringing you the latest on SASSA grants, pension increases, health news, and everything affecting the daily lives of South Africans, especially our senior citizens. And before you go, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know, how will this raise impact your household? What will you be able to do now that wasn't possible last month? Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and stay informed. This is your voice, your news, and your future.